Like most Cape towns, the town of Chatham wants to build affordable and attainable housing for their year-round and workforce residents. But Cape Cod's housing crisis, made worse by the pandemic and ever-shrinking housing stock, means towns now have to think bigger when planning future housing developments. But before they can even begin planning, they need land. Enter the estate of Joseph P. Buckley Jr. located at 1533 Main Street in Chatham, a lush 3-acre property with fruit trees, 3 small seasonal and year-round cottages, and a main house. The town entered into a purchase and sale agreement with personal representatives of the estate on August 9, 2021. But Joseph P. Buckley Jr.'s son, Andrew Buckley, says the town is being over-hasty. According to him, the affairs of the estate are not yet settled.
My father passed away. We're trying to settle the estate. The town of Chatham is attempting to buy the property from the rest of my family without my permission while the property is still in litigation.
To make matters worse, cottage residents Randy Saul and Andrew Spault have been served with eviction notices by representatives of the family in order to clear the land for the sale. But Andrew Buckley says he has a management agreement to rent the cottages through 2023.
I have a management contract that runs until 2023 to manage this place and rent the cottages. And they're trying to evict my tenants without my permission and without in anticipation of, because the town requires them as part of the purchase and sales agreement to empty the property before they take possession, which I feel is callous and is completely missing the point of what we're trying as a community to do, which is to build affordable housing and provide it to people who live here year round.
For Randy Saul, a fisherman and commercial shellfisherman whose license is tied to the town of Chatham and who also has a signed lease for the cottage through December 31st, 2021, losing his home threatens his ability to work and support himself.
In order to hold a Chatham shellfish license, you have to be a resident in town for at least a year to have a license. But if you were to leave, you can't access those licenses unless you're a permanent resident here.
So if they were able to push this through, what would happen to you?
I'd basically be living on the streets homeless.
But the town says preventing homelessness and creating housing is the main objective of buying the property. According to Shireen Davis, vice chair of Chatham Select Board and trustee of affordable housing, the evictions are a family matter and not the town's.
When we do any purchase, and this has been going on since October 2020, the town wants to convey a clear title to property, which includes, getting rid of, personal property, boats, trucks, trailers, and it does include tenants. So we've been, sort of at an arm's chair length on this to sort of look at, okay, this is for the estate to deal with. Those are their leases. They're not our leases.
The town also says they've been working with the family since the beginning and would be willing to extend the closing date of the purchase and sale agreement if the family asks them to.
When we found out what was going on with the tenants, we reached out and said, if the family is interested in extending that closing date to accommodate in a reasonable manner, the tenants' leases, then, we're open to that discussion.
In a statement by Chatham Town Manager Jill Goldsmith, the town restated the purchase of the Buckley property will further its commitment to the creation of more options for affordable and attainable housing. But Andrew Buckley says there is a sad irony in how the process is unfolding.
So the irony is that I probably am maintaining some of the only affordable private rental housing in Chatham. Meanwhile, the town is insisting that everybody be cleared out for God knows how long. They'll just lie empty.
In Chatham, for Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rosson.